I'm Corey.
And I'm Sophie. And we're two in the box.
Welcome back to another episode of the pod. How are we feeling in the red corner?
We're good. We're fighting.
Let's have a look at those results, shall we, from the past weekend. I think we did okay, together. I think the actual result for the weekend for us was 9-7 in my favour. But that's because my bonus points just lifted a little bit further for you, for me, because they totaled to 5. But we got most results right, apart from the result at the Emirates, so that was a double whammy for you.
Yeah, it was. And what's very unfortunate is obviously I would have got bonus points from the London City Lionesses game if the second penalty hadn't been given.
If London City can stop giving penalties away, which we'll get onto, I'm sure.
Maybe I would have caught you up a little bit.
Yeah.
If that was the case, and I would have got bonus points, and you wouldn't have. So.
But that's what I mean. It looks like there's a lot of a lead there, but a couple of bonus points either way, and you get good headway. So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
19-30 at the moment.
Yeah.
19 for Soph, 30 for Corey. But I'll catch up. I can feel it.
You can feel it. That's good. That's a healthy attitude. Healthy attitude going into the next week. So let's before we go into the predictions for the upcoming weekend, let's look back at the action this past weekend.
Okay, so the first thing is that obviously Arsenal dropped points. First game on the Friday at the Emirates, and we drew very unluckily in the 80-something minute, which was very upsetting. And
it's upsetting, but a lot of the commentary around it is like a lot of people catastrophizing this a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, I agree. I think it's very early doors. I don't think it's time to be panicking and being like, oh, that's it, Arsenal have thrown it all away.
Actual title race over.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is still early doors. We've got a long season ahead of us.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, I agree. I think everyone's saying that, oh God, it's the end of your title race and you've already dropped 4 points. And I think the comparison is because Chelsea only dropped 6 points last season.
In the season,
but I don't think Chelsea are going to go and beaten again. And
no,
I think that result was unfortunate for you. I don't know. I think a lot of people are catastrophizing the situation, basically. I think you, on another day, you would have got all 3 points. You missed silly chances and you kind of slept walk into that second half a bit.
Yeah.
And just also played for the point towards the end when Aston Villa, I should clarify, football's about momentum, right? So they got all the momentum in that second half.
Absolutely.
And you couldn't get back.
No, and I think very similar to when they played against you. It was a very similar kind of style, not style, but run of the game as such, where we scored first and then they kind of came back after half time, and made some changes, and those subs made an impact for Villa, whereas our subs didn't have the impact that we needed for us. And I think a similar thing happened against you guys. Obviously, you guys did beat them.
We made the subs.
Yeah, but they played incredibly well against you as well. And they fought for it. They had some great chances. I'm not going to sit there and say, we deserved that win, because the second half, they were on top in terms of how much they were fighting for it.
Yeah.
We weren't.
Yeah, Kirsty Hansen came on and made a difference. Once Rachel Daly came off, the game completely changed. They were really getting at you. And for all as much as I've praised, and there's a lot of praise for Katie Reid, I think I can't remember what commentary it was, maybe on the BBC or something. There was a commentary that I think maybe Farrah Williams made the point that Russo and Reid switched off at the end there on that corner, and it kind of punished you. So for all her brilliance at her age, she's going to make mistakes, and that might have been one of the mistakes. They both went for the ball. They both didn't get it. And they left that pocket of space. Yeah. For Parker to get the ball, to basically stab it home late on. So,
yeah, definitely. And I think she knew it as well. I've seen a couple of post-match videos and things of her where she looks gutted. Yeah. She looks like she knew it was. It is. And that's part of the game, unfortunately.
It is. Obviously, what everyone's moaning about, and not moaning about, but you just see from a lot of your fan base is that they feel like this is like the title race over. And really, I understand it a little bit in the sense of if you're relying on Katie Reid, who's kind of learning on the job, and she is going to make mistakes like that, you don't want them to be crucial mistakes and then ultimately miss out on the title race for that. But
of course,
you've got to beat the game. You've got to take the points from the upcoming games. You know,
have
and see where
football's
you get.
football, and you never know what's going to happen, and games surprise you, and people get injured, or there are things that can happen in this season that we can't foresee.
No.
So you never know what might happen. I'm not about to say that we've thrown it all away
No,
yet.
no. I think the commentary about that is very harsh on years. I think there's a long way to go. So, and Villa, obviously, they're going from strength to strength. So I think they'll be absolutely fine. They totally deserve the point out of that game. They played really well.
Yeah,
I agree. Like you said, against Chelsea as well. So they're deserving of that. Moving on to games that followed on Sunday. One of those is London City. Against Man City versus London City.
Crazy.
They were competitive up until they went, I think it was 2-0 down, and then they pulled one back, I believe. And they were in it. They were very much in it. And then in the space of 20 minutes, they concede 2 penalties, and Bunny Shaw
bags them both.
Bags them both to basically put that game to bed. Penalties in London City Lionesses, what's going on?
It's a problem. They've played 4 games and they've given away 4 penalties. Now, it's on average, that's 1 per game.
Yeah,
obviously,
it hasn't worked out in that way.
hasn't worked out that way in terms of there's 2 and then 1 and then 1. But they're also different players.
Yeah, 3. So, I think I looked at it. I think there's from 3 different players. Yana Fernandez has made 2 of those. Has been a culprit for 2 of them, and then 2 other players for the others.
And I think that in itself, I think if it was one person that was constantly, then that's a singular person problem.
Yeah.
And I think that can obviously be tackled in a multitude of ways. But I think when you've got multiple people on a team, right?
Yeah, I agree.
There's a problem.
Something's wrong. And the thing is, for me, when you're conceding so many penalties, you've got to ask yourself, there's lots of things, right? Is the offside trap not working? So you're actually getting caught out, and then you're making last-ditch tackles, or the midfield not protecting the defence, but there's a range of issues here. There was a pullback on Bunny Shaw. It just got beaten. That happened against Manchester City. But then there's also last-ditch tackles. There's handballs. It's a range of things.
Yeah.
And I think you could speak that that's a bit unlucky, but then I think what's letting down London City Lionesses at the moment is their defence.
I think so, and I think it's one of those things. This is I'm just throwing this out there as a passing thought.
Yeah,
is it that they are not necessarily out of their depth, but they feel like they've got a point to prove, so they're panicking? And they're having these last minute things where, like you said, last ditch tackles, where they're literally doing whatever they can to avoid a goal happening. And it could be that they're putting themselves in the position that they have a handball. Now, obviously, some handballs are just incredibly unlucky, and that is what it is.
Yeah, but the pullback on Bunny Shaw, that's a lack of discipline.
Absolutely.
Not realising where you are to be doing that.
And
there's a range of things. I think they really have to. I agree with you. Like you said, it's a range of things. So it's a problem across their defence.
Yeah.
And so that has to then go back to the training. That has to go back to the training ground. You have to be working together as a defensive unit, which maybe that's what it is. It's just a bit of time and it's individual errors. So it will get eradicated, but there's just too many. There's too many, I think, and it is letting them down because they're competitive.
Definitely,
if that had stayed 2-1, who knows? Man City could have conceded. They were definitely trying, and they've been like that in all of their games. They've been quite good attacking wise. They've deserved more from their attacking play at the start of this WSL season than they have had, but defensively, they've been rightly punished.
They have
every time.
But I also do wonder, is part of that to do with the fact that obviously they haven't been, in fact, because there were so many new players, they haven't been a team
for
a very long time. And are they just not gelling as a defence? Is the communication not there?
Yeah.
So somebody's thinking that it's a ball that somebody else was going to cover, but then it isn't. So then it's a last minute kind of panic to cover for someone. I don't know. These are all hypothetical thoughts, but like you said, there has to be a reason. Something is going wrong here, because teams don't give away 4 penalties in 4 games.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, it's that, or it's speaking about a gulf of quality now. So I don't know, and I don't want to say it's that, because they've definitely got the quality there.
And they've got the potential.
Yeah, they do. So I don't think it's that, but it's something it needs to be worked on, because if they carry on like this throughout the whole of the season, not that they're going to keep conceding penalties, but it's a defensive issue, and they're not going to pick up the points that their attack deserves, which is ultimately what happened at that Man City game. I feel like. So yeah, Man City charge on, and we should move over to the other side of Manchester. So do Man United.
Yeah, they do, absolutely smashing it.
Yeah, 2-0 win against Liverpool.
Leaving Liverpool pointless still.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know they're a game behind.
They are. Yeah, their game got understandably postponed. So.
Yeah, against Aston Villa.
Yeah,
so
the both of them.
Would they have beaten them anyway? I think.
Yeah, we can't say now when they're going to meet Aston Villa. They might be in a better form. Aston Villa might not be, so it might actually play in their favour. But at the moment, they're really struggling. I mean, I say they're really struggling. They played much better in the second half against Man United.
They did.
Man United maybe took their foot off the pedal a little bit.
Yeah,
which is dangerous. Yeah, which is dangerous. But they did really well in the first half. Man United did all they needed to do to get past that Liverpool team.
Yeah,
Liverpool did hit the cross the bar, I think, so it could have got touchy towards the end. But Man United look solid. They look solid.
Really solid.
Is really, I think they have the best defence in the league. They've conceded 1 goal out of the 4 games.
Yeah.
Maya Letizier is like ridiculous. I think there's a statistic going on that she's played her 70th.
Consecutive, you know.
She's only 23 as well. It's absolutely insane.
That's crazy. Like, not 1 game missed for injury, or
that's insane. And like I said, that's
games.
not just playing for any defence. This is playing for one of the best defences in the league.
Yeah,
they were one of the best defences last season, and again they've already started as one of the best defences. So they're great, and we'll get into the predictions, but. Dark horses for the title?
I think so. I think they're definitely playing better than Man City at the minute, and I think they're definitely playing better than us at the minute.
Yeah,
I think obviously
they're probably playing better. They're playing better than Chelsea.
I think
they're playing the best football in the league when they want to. Like I said, they took their foot off the pedal against Liverpool.
Yeah, but maybe they judged that well. Like it didn't cause them any harm to do so.
It's dangerous. They need to learn from that as a team. But yeah, you're right. They didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, they charge on.
The next one is obviously Brighton. And Agyemang getting her first goal, which is nice.
I think Brighton are doing really well. They're started well. They had that game completely in check. So that was really good in terms of. I don't think Everton posed them that many difficulties, and I think they played really well. Agyemang getting that goal, getting the monkey off her back, so to speak, because everyone knows her name now. She's a household name. Mm-hmm. They're waiting for her first goal. It's a bit of pressure for her. She's so young, and she wasn't. I don't know. I think we're probably expecting too much from her.
I think so. I think obviously she came into the Euros and she did do some magical things.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that every time you step on a football pitch, you're going to do magical things.
Yeah, exactly.
And it also speaks volumes about the rest of the England team, and there's so many contributing factors.
It is. And the Brighton team is not the England team.
No,
so, there's a lot of things, and
there are. But I think I'm just happy that she's getting game time.
Yeah.
I'm happy that she is playing well, that Brighton are doing well. Like, that's what she needs for her personally as a player.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm glad she's got a goal, because, like you said, it's just takes that weight off, I think, for her, and people aren't sat there waiting for something.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm really happy that she's off the mark. But Brighton are doing well, and Everton. Just don't know what they're going to get with Everton. I'm really every week I'm dreading predicting their games, because they're not a bad team, but it's just not clicking for them at the moment.
No,
and
unpredictable.
It's hard to read. It's hard to read. So I'm going to have to give it a little bit more time for them. They see how their season pans out a little bit. But they struggled against Brighton to really create anything too dangerous. We'll move on to another game, the Chelsea game, right?
I mean, I made a terrible decision not to back Chelsea.
The one week you didn't go for a big scoreline.
I know, and it was what was it? Was it 4-0 by half time?
Yeah. I think it was no, but it was 3-0 in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, West Ham just imploded. We've said this before. You know, their heads. They did it against you guys, against Arsenal. They conceded a couple of goals. Heads went.
Yes.
This time, same. Conceded a few. That Aggie Beever-Jones, by the way, great free kick.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll come back to that, but that goal went in, and it just all fell apart. Their defense was all over the place. Watching their defensive, like how that defensive display went on against Chelsea. And right, it's Chelsea, but we haven't been firing in all cylinders. No. So I know we might have turned it on a little bit, but nothing spectacular. I just feel like they completely imploded for those first few minutes, and then got one of their players sent off for hair pulling, which you just know you can't do. It's like absolutely criminal. Like how? I don't know. Their heads went.
Yeah, they just lost it. And I think it was because there were 3 goals so quickly.
Yeah.
And I think obviously the Aggie Beever-Jones one was a free kick, which
happens.
But silly to be giving away a free kick that soon.
It was a silly free kick as well.
It was, but regardless,
you don't expect someone to score from that distance.
No,
so
but then you've got Erin Cuthbert who came and then scored a very similar goal, but not from a free kick, from outside the box.
Because they backed off so
top
much.
bins on the right side instead of the left this time.
Yeah, but that's because they backed, and that was a defensive error because no one approached her.
Yeah.
Then they have the Canarid one, that they was a cutback, and the defender, I don't know who their fullback was. I can't remember the name, but they just completely left Canarid to just run into the middle of the box. And that's just criminal. I don't know. They've got real problems. I think they're pointless still, like you said. I don't know, where are they going to pick up these points like that? They have issues
against Liverpool, the other team at the bottom.
Maybe they have issues. They have issues, and it needs to be addressed, because Chelsea won't be the only teams who put them to the sword with that type of defending.
Absolutely not. No, there will be. Yeah, there'll be many a team that will.
Before we move on from this Chelsea game, just to touch on Aggie Beever-Jones's free kick. I have to say, as a Chelsea fan, I don't think any Chelsea fan knew she had that in her bag, in her locker. It was impressive, and
absolutely.
I just feel like if she carries on and she's able to do things like that and score free kicks like that, she's going to be undroppable. She's going to be an untouchable player, which is insane when you think about the quality that we have coming back. Sam Kerr getting back match fitness.
Sam Kerr's in trouble.
How are they going to... You can't drop her if she can do things like that.
No, absolutely not.
That's just literally giving her another string to her bow. Mm-hmm. And it's impressive. She's got... I think the statistic is she scored in last 5 games for the WSL, if you include last season's... the last game of the season. She's the last player who did that was herself in 2023. So she's someone who can score consecutively. She's someone who you can rely on up front to get those goals. She's becoming untouchable, and that is crazy. And well done to her. I think it's amazing. It's lovely to see.
Definitely,
and she deserves the flowers for it, especially because she didn't get much game time in the Euros.
No,
and maybe we're yet to see the best of Aggie Beever-Jones. I think we're just starting to see real glimpses of what she is capable of.
Yeah, definitely. And she's very young as well, so she's got plenty of time to kind of grow into the England squad and to keep improving in the Chelsea squad. And like you said, if she becomes a permanent fixture as such within the Chelsea squad, well, to her lobster, really. I think she's a class player.
Yeah, really, really classy. Last, just to touch on, obviously, really briefly, Tottenham also won. We don't talk much about Tottenham between ourselves as a Chelsea and an Arsenal fan. But yeah, we should say Tottenham 3 wins out of 4. They've had a solid start to the WSL. I think they've
had an easy start.
They've had an easy start. They did have Man City. They did,
but Man City beat them.
Yes, that's true.
So the 3 games that they've won out of their 4 have been easy games. They should have won.
Yeah.
So it's nothing kind of. They haven't done anything fancy, but
they're doing it.
Football's football, and if you win, you win.
You can only win what's in front of you, is what they say.
Exactly.
And that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
fair play to them. They're doing well, and I think Olivia Holt's chip for their second goal was really lovely.
It was.
Love to see a chip over the keeper personally. So really nice. They're doing great, and Leicester, dogged as they are, they work hard defensively. Couldn't find a way back. They did pull one back, but couldn't get another. So we'll move. Before we move on to the predictions. Who are you worrying about?
I think it's got to be West Ham and Liverpool, really. I think maybe Everton, in terms of, obviously we said that they're unpredictable. We just don't know. We can't read them at the minute.
No.
I think you've also got there's a couple of people, definitely West Ham and Liverpool. Everton and London City. If London City keep up this track record of giving away penalties,
unlike the other teams.
Yeah,
I mean, I think West Ham have enough in attack, but they're just. I think defensively, you're going to get punished in the WSL now. The attack.
But I think that's exactly the same with London City. Yeah. I think they've got it in their locker to be able to score a goal. We've seen it from Aslani,
but I think Liverpool, for example, I don't think they're struggling.
They can't
to
get a
score
goal.
Goals.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a problem. If you are able to score goals, you might save yourself a little bit of luck. Yeah, but I think you're going to struggle if you're not able to do that, and that's where Liverpool and West Ham, I agree with you, are falling in that bracket of, are they going to be able to score enough goals to keep themselves out of trouble in this season? And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that. So it is a concern. And going into the next week fixtures, I think it's something to keep an eye on. Really like to think those teams can try and do a bit better, but
definitely. And it's early days, like we said, we don't know what.
I hate to write teams off so early. It's ridiculous writing teams off, and it's only
you can always turn it around, can't you?
Exactly. And teams have slow starts all the time. It takes a while to get into gear,
especially when there've been a lot of changes, and most of those teams have had a lot of changes.
Yeah.
So it's time to kind of build and warm to each other, and hopefully it will improve. And then in terms of teams that are looking great at the minute, obviously we spoke about how Man United are looking on top form, probably the best out of anyone.
Yeah. I mean, I think I looked through some of the, the XG and the shots created per 90, and Arsenal, Man City and Man United are very good attackingly, but Man United they do enough. They're up there with their attacking play in statistics, but they're also up there with their defense, and that's what makes them so scary for me. They are being they're doing a nice consistent job. What everyone talks about, and we understand it, they've got themselves in the Champions League now. That might have an effect on the squad, them having to travel between WSL games, and it's not massively the depth in their squad in defence is the problem. God forbid there's an issue with Maya Letizia after we've just said how many consecutive games they've had. Is that going to make a real spanner? Is that going to put a real spanner in how their defence works? Probably.
Yeah, they don't have the squad depth to be able to lose players, and they're going
to have to be playing a lot of games. So we'll see. But that's what I fear for United. I fear that if they lose key players in that defence, could it all just unravel? And if they lose that defensive solidity that they have at the back, where could it go? Is their attack enough to then keep them firing at the top end of the table? I don't know. But so far, obviously I'm a Chelsea fan, so I say it not in any kind of I say it truthfully, but not with any real want for them. They're doing very well. So we'll see how that continues. And talking about how it continues, shall we get into the predictions?
Yeah, on to the predictions.
Okay. So here we go. Predictions.
Big ones.
The first big one is on Friday night under the lights.
Yeah. Man United and Chelsea.
The team that I said I'm a little bit concerned about.
I'm excited.
It's a good game.
It is a good game.
I don't know who wants to go first.
I feel like you can go first because it's your team.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of you.
Thank you.
Man United, Chelsea. It's really hard. I could easily see this game become a draw because they've got a good defence. Our attack can do it on occasion. Thing is, our defence is not good. Even against West Ham, we could have conceded. Even against West Ham, we could have conceded on a couple of occasions. That Fionn Morgan one when they were already down, we could have conceded. Before we even went ahead, we could have conceded. So I think Man United could score against us. I just think Chelsea, we know how to grind out a result. We know how to do it. We'll know as well how crucial this weekend is with Manchester City playing Arsenal. So I'm going to say the girls are going to be focused, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I'm tempted. No, you know what? I'm going to back my team. I'm going to go 3-1 because I just feel like what's going to happen. A bit of strategy here. I think we'll just be 2-1. We might get another late one to make it 3 like late on as United try and chase it. So I'm going to just go for maybe a bonus point in there, stretch the lead.
I mean, I think that's good. My initial thought was 2-1 Chelsea as well, but it's really tough because I think any if the wind blows a little bit too hard, Man United could beat you. I think it's not something that's very clear cut. Do I think you're going to bag lots of goals against Man United? No, I don't, because I think their defense is.
Yeah. Don't make me change my prediction.
No, you can't now. Signed, sealed, delivered, locked in.
Okay.
That's done. Yeah, I just in my head I was like, do I go 3-2? But I just don't see you getting 3 goals past them. So I'm going to steal your original prediction. I'm going to go 2-1, which is what I was originally thinking.
Let's hope that doesn't, backfire then. I just think this weekend is very crucial.
Yeah.
It's very crucial, and the teams are going to know that. It feels like a very, it feels like a weekend where the players will recognise the importance of this weekend with the heavy hitters playing each other, that they're going to everyone's going to be taking it very serious, even though it's very early days in the league.
Which is why I think it's something that could go either way. Because I agree, I think obviously Chelsea are going to want to maybe make that headway, knowing that obviously we're playing Man City the next day, and that might give them a little bit more of a gap. But then I also think Man United are going to want to prove themselves against the previous reigning champions. They're going to want to go into that game and be like, because they're very close to you. They're going to want to go into that game gunning to get the points off of you.
I just think it's going to play in our favour.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm going to stay with 2-1.
Okay. 3-1, 2-1. We'll see how that goes.
Then on Saturday, the only one Saturday game is Man City Arsenal at midday.
Big game.
Because
it's a big game because of the situation that Arsenal have put themselves in, but more so how their fans and the media have reacted, I think, to this draw with Aston Villa. Like I said, everyone's catastrophized it a little bit.
And it's going to make them panic.
Oh my God, they're out of the title race. Oh my God, what is Renee Slegers doing with all these players that aren't playing? And there's no plan B, and she's using the same players. And it just sounds like madness. It's such a panic, out of nowhere, that they're going into this game with all of a sudden, I think, with a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and I think, is it going to get to their heads, and are they going to lose it? I agree.
That's what I think. But I don't know.
But then I also think that I know this, not as a football player, so hopefully they would as well, that managers can never do any right.
I don't think that squad's blaming her.
No, but in terms of, they'll know that what everybody else is saying and what their opinion is.
Outside noise.
Of course it is. And it's like, it was the same with Serena Wiegmann in the Euros. Oh, she's making change too late. When we were winning, everyone was like, oh, in Serena we trust, but if we lost, it would all be a problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of like when things are going great, it's like, oh, we trust them. Other people wouldn't do it, but let's all follow the
Champions League, and now it's like she's making the wrong changes.
We've just won the team of the year at the Ballon d'Or.
I know. And it feels a bit crazy.
Absolutely,
but it does. I think it's still going to put pressure on you.
Oh, I think it'll put pressure.
That discourse is out there now, and it's it's not the discourse you guys needed in a season where you wanted to topple Chelsea. It's like it's completely now put pressure on you, and whether the team can forget about it and deal with it is another thing. But to have their next game after that Aston Villa game be a Manchester City away. Go ahead. You got the prediction first, but I just feel like poor Arsenal in it's a lot.
I'm going to back my team because I genuinely do, not just because they're my team, because I genuinely do believe that we are the better team.
Okay.
And I do think we can win. So I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal.
Oof. I think you can win, but I think Man City, and you're going to be determined to win, I just think Man City will be able to score against you.
That's why I went 2-1.
But I think it's going to be 2-2. I think we're going to 2-2. I think there's just going to be goals in it because I think both teams are going to be able to
I can see that.
will concede. But I don't think Manchester City are going to I don't think they're going to lose against you when the pressure's on now. Like, you can't drop points to the to quote unquote the media.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you can't drop points now because apparently your title race is on the brink. Manchester City are just gonna, they're high flying, they're high scoring. I think they'll take advantage. I think it's going to be an interesting game. That 2-2 though for me.
Okay, interesting, risky. Go for a draw.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the games are on Sunday at the very, very odd time of 5 to 12.
So weird.
11:55 a.m. Silly time. But regardless, 4 games on the Sunday.
Yeah.
First game is Leicester-Everton.
Leicester-Everton, 2 teams that we've said have struggled.
Mm-hmm.
My head wants me to go with Everton, but I can't read them. And I think Leicester are doing okay. They're defensively sound at times. They just struggle. They're happy to have, they've actually had a bit more possession this season, but I don't know. Everton, Leicester.
And she moaned I took my time last week.
Yeah. I can't go for another draw. I'm gonna just put a punt out there that maybe Everton get this one over the line with maybe a 1-0.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go the opposite way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm going to go that Leicester will beat Everton.
Oh, no. Because I also could see
1-0.
that. Yeah. I don't like how we've got very different results this week. This could really like make it or break it week in terms of scores.
It could.
Oh, okay.
But that's what makes it fun.
It does.
Because when we always go for like the same,
when it
the
feels
same person winning,
I know.
We're always going to get points.
Yeah.
It's just that it then goes down to the bonus.
I just think Leicester are very good at fighting for, like, their defence, very good at fighting, but Everton have to. Where are Everton going to pick up the points?
Oh yeah,
they have to win this game in my mind. So I'll go 1-0, but I can equally see how Leicester at home could beat this Everton team. So I get it. London City against Liverpool is the next game. Like we said, London City, penalty on the horizon.
Let's hope not. Honestly, if they do, I don't know what conversation we're going to have next week, because that would just be crazy. I'm going to go. I'm going to. I really want Liverpool to pick up some points, but are they actually going to? I don't think so. I don't think they have the fight in them. I think obviously they've lost good players this year. I just don't think they're quite there yet. I'm going to go London City 1-0.
Oh, okay. I think London City got enough to put past Liverpool. I agree. Liverpool are just weak attacking wise. They're struggling at. So I'm going to say London City to beat them, maybe 2-0. I'm going to go. I think they've got enough to beat them attacking wise, and then hopefully they just don't make silly mistakes at the back and let Liverpool in it.
Hopefully.
That's the 2-0 for me.
Okay.
Next one, Tottenham Brighton. Spurs against Brighton. I think Brighton are playing really well. They're just solid a little bit. Yeah, they're pretty solid. Spurs have also had a good. They're both teams have had a decent start to the league. Just a good start, and it's kind of an evenly matched. It'd be nice to see the outcome of this, to kind of see where they kind of both lie amongst each other in that kind of mid-table clash. But my head says Brighton will beat them. I think Brighton's defence is also very good. Their goalkeeper Ndozie is doing very well. I think she got 2 clean sheets and got a crazy save rate percentage. I think is some statistic I saw. So doing really well. I think that's going to continue. Thing is, Spurs are likely to score, so I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton.
Oh wow, okay.
Just because of what you said in terms of Ndozi being able to keep a clean sheet,
Yeah.
and that they are, I think, the stronger team. I think they'll manage to maybe hold them off. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton.
That's fair.
And last one, West Ham, Aston Villa.
Well, we all know the issue.
Claret and Blues.
Yeah. We all know the issue with West Ham, don't we?
Yeah, and I think, honestly, I have been really, really pleasantly surprised with Aston Villa this season so far. I know obviously it's very early days, but they didn't have a good season last year.
No.
And I think they had a really, really long slog of like beaten games.
Yeah.
And then they came back for 6 games at the end of the season, which pulled them up a little bit. But I think they've started really well. I think Ebony Salmon has been crazy on that pitch.
Grant on the other side. Yeah.
I think things are looking good for them. Is it me first?
I think it's you first. I should also say with Aston Villa, they haven't had the easiest start. The table is a little bit deceiving for them. Obviously, they're a game behind because of their 1 game postponed. But they've drew against you guys. They drew against Brighton, who have just said have a very good defence. And then they lost to Chelsea. But we all say, and we've all kept saying with that game, that they totally deserve to get something from it. Definitely. So they're playing really well. Fair play to them. They're playing really well. So I'm going to say... Oh, no, it's you.
It's me.
Sorry.
You're going to steal that from me.
Going to steal it from you.
Oh, I'm going to say... Oh, my God, I think this might be rogue. Are they going to score this many goals? West Ham. How bad are West Ham doing?
Come on. I don't know. They're not doing great. I think you shipped 5 against them.
3-0.
Okay, that's fair. I'll go a little safer with... Oh, no. Do I go more than that? Oh, let's go for it. I'll go 4-0. No, that's cool. I think let's go 3-1. Let's say West Ham get 1 back. But yeah, I think dominated by Aston Villa. So yeah, 3-1.
Okay. Well, that's our predictions.
That's them locked in. Ready to see how we get on. So yeah, we'll see how we do with that. Got some points to claw back. So yeah, play along. Let us know how you think the results are going to fare this week.
Yeah. Hopefully you're doing a little bit better than I am.
Yeah, you're not doing terribly.
No, I'm not. I'm getting most of the right results.
You're getting the right results.
You're just locking in some bonus points, and that's making you get further ahead than me. But I'm not doing that badly.
It's true. So yeah, join us. Let us know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, so we can reach some more WSL fans, and we'll see you next week. See how we got on.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.